This is the Ielts listening test. You will hear a number of different recordings, and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 parts. At the end of the test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Now turn to Part 1. Part 1.
Last call for passenger Roberts flying to Bangkok on flight BD 221. Please note your 14:35 flight is due to depart in 10 minutes. Please go to departure gate 42 immediately. Starline flight number SL525S flying to Kiev, departing at 14:55, is now boarding at gate 8. This is an announcement for passengers on Moondance Airlines flying to Chengdu. Flight MA354 departing at 15:30. Your flight has been delayed and will now be taking off at 16:20. Please go to gate 45 30 minutes before the rescheduled departure time. Announcing the departure of Moldavia Airlines flight VD624 flying to St. Petersburg. Would passengers please proceed to gate 39. This flight is now boarding for takeoff at 16:10. Scheduled arrival is at 20:10. We regret to announce that due to rerouting to avoid inclement weather conditions, the flight is now scheduled to arrive at 20:40. Airport announcement to all passengers. Please make sure you pay your airport tax before going through immigration. This can be paid at the airport tax counters or at machines just to the left of immigration. Airport tax for international flights is $9 and $5 for domestic flights. Thank you.
That is the end of Part 1. You now have 1 minute to check your answers to Part 1. Part 2.
In the US they call it soccer, but in most of the rest of the English-speaking world it's football. It's easily the most popular team sport in the world. In Britain, the top clubs have all-seater stadiums, so even if fans want to stand and watch the game, they have to sit down to watch. The largest stadiums, built to high safety regulations, can hold more than 70,000 spectators, but most are much smaller than this. Out of season, special events like concerts are held in some of the stadiums, and large companies can rent stadium facilities such as meeting rooms, bars and restaurants. Most British football stadiums do not have a running track around the football pitch. Football fans who come along to support their team like the fact that they can sit very close to the action. In some stadiums, when a player takes a corner or throw-in, the players can almost be touched by the spectators who are sitting near the edge of the pitch. Which is prohibited. If you want to go to every home game of a top club, you probably need to buy a season ticket, which is a ticket for all the home games of a club, although not the away games. Most home games of top football clubs are nearly always sold out. If you're lucky enough to get a ticket, match days are fantastic. You join the crowds of fans on the way to the stadium, and when you go through the turnstiles, you can enjoy the atmosphere as the reporters take their places in the press stand, the commentators get ready at their microphones, and the fans get ready to cheer their side on, sing a few football songs, and watch the match. At half-time you might have a drink and a meat pie, and if the queue is not too long, you might be able to go to the toilet. If you can't get hold of a ticket, you can normally watch the match in a pub. Many pubs show top-flight matches on a big screen or big-screen TV, so you can relax with a pint or two of beer and watch the game.
That is the end of Part 4. You now have 1 minute to check your answers to Part 4. That is the end of the listening test. In the Ielts test, you would now have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet.